Hello, friends. This will be my last vlog before I go on vacation. I hope that all of you have a wonderful summer, whether you're going off on vacation or simply enjoying time at home. A few things I would like to highlight this week and for the rest of June include the following. First, this Thursday, June 15th, is Elder Abuse Awareness Day. So many of us are caring for or in contact with family members or friends who are vulnerable and need us to pay attention to the care they are receiving. There are so many dedicated and amazing elder caregivers and all forms of wonderful assisted living, memory care, and skilled nursing centers. And sadly, there are people who prey on our elders because some of them are experiencing diminished capacity and are more vulnerable. Now, elder abuse takes many forms. It can be financial, emotional, physical, and sexual. It also includes people who are neglected and those who neglect themselves. Social isolation, financial or emotional distress, and dementia can make elders vulnerable to abuse. Elder abuse can have very serious consequences. The statistics are that older adults who are abused are twice as likely to be hospitalized, 4 times as likely to go into nursing homes, and abuse contributes greatly to deaths that could have otherwise been prevented. Now, abuse can happen in any setting, whether in an elder's own home or in a senior living community. Elder Abuse Awareness Day was established in 2006 to help educate and inform people about the dangers and too often occurrence of this abuse. You can go online to learn more at the National Center for Elder Abuse's educational resources. And if you even suspect that an elder you know is the subject of abuse, you can call the California Adult Protective Services at 1-833-401-0832. Next Monday, June 19th, is Juneteenth. Juneteenth awareness grew exponentially in our country during the nationwide protests in 2020 after the police killings of several Black Americans, including George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. President Joe Biden signed legislation that made Juneteenth a federal holiday in June of 2021. This newest of American holidays, Juneteenth, commemorates the Emancipation Proclamation during the Civil War. President Abraham Lincoln issued the proclamation to free enslaved African Americans in secessionist states on January 1st, 1863. Sadly, enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, which was the westernmost area of the Union in 1865, did not learn of their freedom until 2.5 years later, on June 19th. Slaveholders in Texas had kept the information to themselves, extending the period of violent exploitation of African Americans. The following year, in 1866, a celebration was held in Texas, the first Juneteenth observance to recognize freedom from slavery in the U.S. Juneteenth is, of course, the combinations of the words June and 19th, and is considered the longest running holiday in African American and Black communities. It was often observed with community celebrations on the third Saturday in June. At the most recent Danville Town Council meeting, proclamations were passed that the town would officially celebrate Juneteenth and June as a month as LGBTQI+ Pride Month. Now, I'm not sure what will be happening in Danville, but I do know that this Saturday, June 17th, from 11 to 2 p.m., 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., there is a Pride and Juneteenth celebration picnic at Castle Rock Regional Recreation Area in Walnut Creek. The address is 1700 Rock Road, Stagecoach Picnic Spot. We have a wonderful B'nai Mitzvah on Shabbat morning, so if you come, you can go right to the celebration after the Oneg. During Pride Month, we celebrate LGBTQI plus communities and the bold, passionate activists who are building powerful movements for justice. At this moment, the hard-fought rights of queer people in this country are being challenged, especially in places like Florida and Texas. Around the world, queer individuals and communities are under threat. The latest crisis is unfolding in Uganda, where one of the most extreme anti-LGBTQI plus bills in the world was recently signed into law. In neighboring Kenya, legislators threatened to introduce a similar law, which activists, including the American Jewish World Service, are working hard to prevent. Today, there is open and aggressive discrimination and oppression of LGBTQI plus people in more than 17 countries around the world. The activists who are standing up to this discrimination and oppression are doing powerful work, the work that we call in Judaism tikkun olam, repairing the world. Jewish organizations like the AJWS, the American Jewish World Service, are partnering with other activists to build safe spaces and community for LGBTQI plus youth, to stop bias and change social norms that stigmatize sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression, and fight for equal access to education, job opportunities, and comprehensive health care. As a people that deeply appreciates how precious freedom is, not only on Passover, but throughout the year, we are encouraged to stand with our African American community members and other friends and neighbors who celebrate Juneteenth. We are invited to find meaningful ways to be in solidarity with our children, our siblings, our parents, and our friends who identify as LGBTQI+, during Pride Month and throughout the year. Stay safe and be well. Shalom uvracha, peace and blessings.